Alright, so you said something like, walk towards you and you just felt the floor vibrate?
I felt the floor vibrate as if it felt like if either somebody walking with really heavy feet was on the same floor as me, or somebody with not quite so heavy feet took a couple steps near me.
What side?
Left foot area.
Okay.
I just felt the floor like somebody was walking, like not on their toes, but on their heels. That's what actually caused me to leave. Because then I felt that and I looked over and my eyes started messing with me because I'm tired.
And you thought you were seeing shadows?
I thought I was seeing, well, nothing actually. I just was looking at that like darkness and my brain just started making like a face out of it.
Oh, I gotcha.
And I just was put into a panic mode.
When you called me, the way that we have our figures in our room set up, and how like it's like very reflective because of the plastic, I thought I saw a face.
Yeah.
But it was just me turning my phone on and switching it towards me briefly. So remember last time you had a feeling like this, I caught an orb.
Well, I mean, that's actually good to hear. Because like, I don't have mental issues, I don't have schizophrenia, but I do, like, it doesn't take me being very tired for me to start hallucinating.
Yeah, I'm tired too. Plus it's like super late. It's yeah, it's almost 1.
Yeah, it just doesn't, I've noticed recently that it doesn't take very much.
Yeah, plus you've been up since 6.
Like open spaces and different lighting and being just even kind of tired will start causing visual hallucinations. I don't have auditory hallucinations.
No, I never get auditory ones like when I used to sleep really shitty. Like I've been having good sleep the past like month or so with like bad sleep every now and then, but it's never like enough to have hallucinations. When I used to have like bad sleep and like consistently, it was just straight up hallucinations.
Like I've never had, like I wouldn't call it a proper auditory hallucination, but sometimes if I'm just thinking about something really hard and there's like silence, it'll feel like I'm hearing it with my ear.
Yeah.
Like it just sort of making myself think that I predict whatever sound it is.
Yeah.
Or I'll randomly hear a familiar note of a song, but like that's really it. I don't really consider that hallucinating.
Mine are when I'm super exhausted and haven't gotten much sleep and I'm barely getting like back to bed. I'll hear somebody scream my name in my ear and it's just me like in and out of consciousness.
Yeah, when I don't like to talk about this
because of that. What?
I said I don't like to talk about this because it makes me look weird, but like I am fully aware that when I go from unconscious to conscious, I subconsciously panic every time. And sometimes when I'm falling asleep, I'll kind of wake up on my own. And my body will automatically go into defense like it does when I wake up suddenly.
Yeah, that old house in Hilliard, we're waking up and seeing that little fucking kid in the shadow of the corner of the room.
I don't think we saw that when we were just waking up, maybe.
I saw it one time.
Yeah, I had a problem the time when we saw it.
Yeah.
That was not cool.
We both saw it together one time during a fucking lightning storm. Alright, so... So if you ever use my EMF, keep it away from the lights, the light switches. I mean.
Well, yeah.
Because yeah, it sets it off pretty good. We don't want to confuse it for something that's not paranormal.
Yeah.
But yeah, right here last time we had it catch an orb.
So only a little comforting note I'm not trying to do, but
yeah.
At the same time, that means I really was sensing something around me, which is also, I mean, typically you look at it, it could be a good thing. But
I mean, it's cool that you're sensitive to stuff like that.
Yeah, if that is the case, then yeah, that is good to know.
I try to be, but I'm still kind of ignorant towards it. Like, if I know a place is haunted, like work, then it's always there, but it's hard for me to like pick up on the context clues. Yeah. Hands
That's
itchy.
the easiest part. It's not even conscious at all.
It's just a feeling. I know when you feel stuff like that, it's like when you feel like a TV just turn on. It's got like that weird feeling to it, you know? Like you can just feel the electricity in the air.
Not for me.
That's how it is for me.
Well, that's when it's like really serious, like something just moved in front of me.
Yeah,
But
I felt that. I felt that before when I was in California, and I saw my remote on my bed just move like right in front of me, and I was perfectly still.
But when it's in these conditions, especially here, every time it's happened to me,
Yeah.
I just feel eyes and sort of like there's someone standing behind me with a knife.
Yeah, it's really weird to feel like you're being watched. And I thought it was weird when my dad said that my cousin Mike, who's sensitive, like he said he like saw like a shadow figure. Did he say he went upstairs or into the kitchen area?
What are you talking about?
Remember my dad when we were eating? My dad was like, "Yeah, cousin Mike was over, and he was."
I don't know.
But he said it either went upstairs or in the kitchen area.
Well, he said anything about it with the stairs. That's highly plausible.
Yeah, my cousin Mike is very sensitive to that, especially the house his mom lived in is extremely haunted. I had one of my earliest like paranormal like experiences there. In 2012, they had like the shoe rack that was just sitting there, and I see a shoe just like lift up and then just fall to the ground, and then I see the shoe rack like move a couple inches like to the left.
That's your earliest experience?
Oh, yeah, that's my earliest experience. Was the one that I can remember super vividly.
My earliest experience was in 2008, and that's when that sink turned on by itself.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that the other day.
It could also
Or
be
just me
why
shutting it off.
I'm more sensitive to it.
Yeah.
Like it happened, like I had experiences much earlier.
I'm gonna set this right here real quick while you're talking, and just watch. But keep going.
And every experience I've had has been really intense. Like that. Like something physically happening or I don't know. I suppose a full body apparition, if you want to call it that.
I know you had some weird experiences at your grandma's when you lived in like that tiny room.
Yeah, but that was, I don't know what that was. I think it might have been just a lot of sleep paralysis, like super extreme sleep paralysis incidents.
Yeah, because you told me you would wake up a lot just sleeping on your back.
But the problem was, like, the difference between sleep paralysis and what I was experiencing is, like, when sleep paralysis is happening, like, you wake up to what's going on, and then you sort of go back to sleep, but then wake up again in reality.
Mm-hmm.
When those things would happen, I wouldn't fall asleep and then wake up. I was awake, and what was happening was happening. And once it was done, I would go back to being able to move. And I'd be fully conscious the entire time. So it's hard for me to say what was really going on.
Yeah. Alright, well there's nothing down here, which is good.
I'm almost done here. I would appreciate if you stuck around.
Yeah, I'll stay on him. But yeah, that's good that yeah, if you ever feel something like that, just get me down here as soon as possible.
Like the feeling didn't like. One of the reasons why I don't really panic is like it didn't start with the feeling. It started with seeing shit in front of my eyes.
Yeah.
And then I started to like feel threatened because of it. So I was just like, okay, I'm just getting tired of hallucinating and putting me into a alert state. But then when I felt the footsteps, I said, okay, that's not fucking.
Yeah, and my brother lives below us, so it's, I mean, when somebody's like walking, they have like hard, like stone floor, or what is it, marble?
I don't know, but it was. The thing is, I could feel it. It was all because
Yeah, they're not banging on the ceiling.
I didn't have any sense, like I didn't hear, so I wasn't looking, so everything I could feel it strongly.
Yeah.
And it was somebody walking, just heavy footed, like heel foot walking.
Yeah. I'm so worried about the stuff at work, like how people like timestamp that they're hearing like people talking and voices that I don't hear with my own ears, about like them catching that at like my house while I'm like recording here.
Oh yeah.
But they're pretty good right now.
I heard this really kind of intelligent sort of like thing. Somebody said, I don't remember what it was, but it's like, I don't know if you're hallucinating or if you have schizophrenia, or if it's a ghost. What they didn't factor in if what you're seeing is actually a ghost. But basically what they said was, if you're seeing shadows and you try to talk to them and they don't respond to you, you just need some more sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like, if you're seeing shadows and you talk to them and they do respond, you might want to see a doctor. So what I was thinking was like, well, what if you're seeing shadows and they're moving stuff?
Yeah.
Then that's the fucking that's paranormal.
That's straight up paranormal. And there are people who like catch like EVPs. Like I don't discount EVPs one bit, because like that's another voice that was not there. Especially like people who are like by themselves, or it's like two people and they're on camera like dead ass quiet.
Yeah.
Like I gotta get an EVP recorder. That's on my next thing.
Like, just my thing is, because I don't have issues, but at the same time,
You just want to be sure.
yeah, I see and feel stuff a lot without there being any actual like solid evidence behind it.
Yeah, you could also be like, what like feelings like the like an electricity feeling.
You get that very often.
I was gonna say if it was that, you could just be like power sensitive.
Because the thing is, like I can feel when there's somebody standing near me.
Yeah.
And I just get that feeling sometimes when there's not somebody standing near me. I just get that feeling sometimes when there's not somebody standing near me.
Yeah.
And like unless there's any sort of definitive shit. 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 Like unless there's any sort of definitive shit behind it, I just don't count it as paranormal.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get an EVP soon. I just found my spirit box, but next time this happens, I should have my EVP by then. They're only like $30. You can get them at Walmart or Amazon or whatever. But yeah, I'm also really scared to like record something and just like have it like live on YouTube, or just like while we're recording and just catching like those like blood curdling screams from like Ghost Adventures and some YouTube videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That just terrifies me to think about. Also, that little angel by the door always freaks me out, because there's that there's a video of like a little kid. There's a video of like a little kid. There's a video of like a little kid. There's a video of like a little kid, like talking to his mom, and they're like, "Hey, do it again," and like the little angel like moves their hand.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But yeah, that just freaks me out.
It's like when it comes to like, if I'm hearing something intelligent or contextual, I'll count that. But if I'm just hearing like a random fucking noise, I don't count it.
Yeah.
Unless it's actually footsteps.
Yeah, I try to debunk the noises and stuff like that. Like when I was at work and I was counting the register, nobody's in the store because I just locked all the doors, and I hear like 4 loud footsteps just like charging me. I couldn't explain that.
Yeah, but the thing is, what happened a few minutes ago was like, when I seen the fucking shadows, barely, like it was like barely seeing them, so barely seeing shadows in the corner of my eye doesn't mean anything. And obviously my brain automatically making shapes when I'm looking at nothing is nothing.
Yeah, especially when you're tired.
But feeling the floor like move.
Yeah, just feeling it vibrate like somebody's walking towards you.
Yeah, it wasn't in my head.
Yeah. That's weird. I've never had anything like that. I felt like somebody was like really close to me and stuff like that. But I've never felt like the footsteps and stuff like that. Or not the footsteps, but the footsteps vibrating. I've never felt anything like that. I've heard walking. Like when I used to work at CVS, I just hear walking all the time. And there was sometimes where you're just walking right behind you, and then you'd feel somebody behind you or on the side of you. Yeah. And that one used to be like an old gas station, and that one was like super haunted. Like I've had stuff fall off shelves and shit like that. I keep feeling like I'm seeing something, but it's always like, I'm not sure if it's the light and the glare of my glasses. But if anybody sees anything over there, let me know. There was a few times when I was doing the recording in my parents' room after the Bloody Mary thing that I just seen these bright white balls of just like orbs just flying towards me. And there was one that I caught on camera that I saw, and then there was like 2 more that like I saw with my eyes, and I made sure my hair wasn't in my face. I've never seen something like that.
The only things like I can say were definitively like powerfully paranormal was like the sink turning and that flush that moved.
Yeah. That plushie was weird, man.
Yeah, when it appeared in Dad's room.
Yeah, and you never had it in there?
Never. That freaked me out a lot.
Yeah, there was this plushie that was in you had it at the apartment when it was just you and your grandma in like that small apartment.
Yeah.
And then you guys moved out, got everything, and then they found the plushie back in his room or his dad's room.
No, it was way after, because I had found it. I brought it with me. It was in that closet in the room where all the extra shit was kept.
In the one that we stayed in?
Yeah, that's where it was.
Yeah.
But then one day it ended up in Dad's room, and he didn't go for a shit like that. And
especially, why would he take that too?
There's no reason at all.
Yeah. That's just weird. And then we we stayed up like super late at night because we just kept having these weird feelings, and then we just like looked at it, and we like I threw it off the bed, and then it was just propped up against something, and then it just fucking moves by itself. And I think it took us like 2 hours to go to bed. Yeah. Yeah. It was scary. It didn't help that it was next to that cemetery where our boss told us like the devil worshippers went.
Yeah.
We lived so close to that thing.
Thing was, I bought that thing brand new on Amazon, and it shipped from the Crunchyroll like product like section.
Yeah.
It wasn't used. Like it wasn't used. I didn't get it secondhand. It was a brand new product, which came from factories.
Yeah.
So it's just weird to me that it had such a strong attachment to it.
Yeah, because you would get angry whenever it was like around you, and then I threw it away and didn't tell you for like 2 weeks, and you were completely calm and you were in a good mood. That was just weird, man.
Yeah, it's only weird to me because it just makes no sense. It's not like I'm sleeping fucking like.
You didn't order like a Dybbuk box.
Right, I didn't get it from somebody.
He just ordered like a Yowie plushie. some gay little character.
It was Ren from Free.
Yeah. And that was it.
Yeah, it was like one of them cursed little shitty fucking blushes.
Could you imagine that behind the blessed glass at the Warren Museum?
Yeah, you know that's right.
Yeah. Right next to Annabelle.
Like Zach Vegas having to fucking explain what it is.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this is a gay character from Free. This is a femboy possessed like plushie.
He wasn't a femboy.
Was he a top? What was he?
I don't really know.
I've never seen that show.
One of them type.
One of the what?
He's one of them type.
Oh, okay. I was like really excited, but I was also kind of bummed out that I didn't catch anything, like on the EMF, other than the light switches. Like on my videos too at work, I also make it like a thing to like debunk all the things. But if I can't debunk it, I don't know what to do. Like I can't debunk the bangs I hear and the knocking. Especially like when they're on the tables and not the walls, so it's like you can't even be like, yeah, the building's settling when it's like the table that's in the center.
Yeah.
I can't debunk that. And then just hearing somebody like charge up on me.
The whole building settling shit is only applicable in like houses. In old houses, like concrete buildings don't do that.
Yeah,
And
especially
also like settling is like the creaking of the wood.
yeah, it's not banging. 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 You know.
Yeah.
And you've heard that. You've been to my work and heard it.
Like banging and footsteps is not fucking house settling.
No, that's something else, man.
It's like the number one thing for like scared people to say.
Yeah.
She's downstairs, dude.
When me and my boss were standing there behind the counter by the registers, and it sounded like somebody just like slapped the wall as loud as possible. And then I'm like, really? Because he doesn't want to believe in stuff like that.
Yeah, he knows if it's true. But like, at least that religion's true. He's fucked.
He also wants to refuse, or he refuses to believe anything like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's because he knows he's a shitty person, and if any one of those religions are true, he's completely fucked.
Yeah.
And also, any one of those religions are true, he's completely fucked.
Yeah.
And also, any one of those religions are true, he's completely fucked.
Yeah.
And also, any one of those religions are true, he's completely fucked.
Yeah.
And also, being atheist makes you sound smart. And those groups of people.
He likes to sound smart too. Like if you have an experience, you have an experience. You know.
Yeah.
There's no real way of like hiding that. Also, I'm seeing dust with my eyes right now, and I'm thinking back to when I was just like over here, it's just dust, and like little hairs. But when I was upstairs doing that thing in my parents' room, while I was recording, I couldn't see most of them, and I was just catching it on camera, and it wasn't dust. Yeah, it's orbs that would just materialize in the middle of the frame of the camera that was angled over there, and it would just disappear like halfway. Like it didn't even make it to like the edge most of the time. But yeah, just hearing stuff like that with him. I've heard a few crazy things with his brother. We've heard like banging and knocking.
Yeah.
And then I can't really tell whenever I'm by the bathrooms over there at work, because I feel like they're either opening more or shutting, but they're not loose doors. Like where you put them is where they go, but they're also super light. So what I'm thinking is just like, I would say that would be the air to make it feel better, but I turned off the bathroom vents like a couple months ago.
Oh, see, every one of those animal heads at that place stare at you.
Yeah.
Not every one of them. Most of them do.
Yeah. I like the little buffalo that has the little American hat on.
I don't know that one, but another buffalo on the way.
Yeah,
Far
the
in.
big one that you see.
Like it looks like it has emotion.
Yeah, there's also a few of the deers that just look really creepy. They just like stare at you.
There's one of the deers are really creepy and straight out of Evil Dead.
Yeah, the laughing scene.
And it like literally feels like it's looking back at you, but the buffalo, it just, you can feel emotion coming off it. It's like sadness.
Yeah.
Like whenever I'm close to it and I'm looking at it, I can feel sadness. I can see the sadness in its eyes. Like I'm looking in a real depressed person's eyes.
Yeah. I also don't like a lot of animal eyes because they're just like pitch dark or just like really dark brown or all black sometimes.
Yeah.
So you don't know what they're looking at. Like there's you know, like where the stairs and stuff are at work.
Uh-huh.
There's like once you go up there to like the microwave to like cook your like top ramen like I do, there's just one deer that's just staring at you with like its mouth slightly open, and I just feel so like visually violated by it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm being like oogled at, and I'm just like, look away, please.
Run out of room to put the dishes, so
It's alright.
I'll
As long
wait
as it's
some
good.
more.
Yeah. I'll leave all this mail for you.